Hello and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now, before I get started, if you didn't watch, I believe, Tuesday's stream, I don't know if I've streamed or not on that day because I am recording this beforehand. Hopefully I have, but if I haven't, here's a little update. I'm working on something really big at the moment, and you should see maybe the first part of that streamed on Friday, if not sometime maybe Sunday, or if not then next week. But I have been really busy lately, that's why I haven't been able to stream as much, and this thing that I'm working on is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But we've got some exciting things in the future. Unfortunately, my university semester is starting back up soon, so the schedule's going to be a bit more inconsistent. Not that it was really consistent beforehand, but yeah, just a heads up. But anyway, today I'll be giving you 5 tips to completing any challenge mode map on whatever difficulty. These tips aren't specific to any of the 10 maps, but if you are looking for tips to complete specific maps, you can find videos for the first 5 on my channel. I'm not great at building nice parks and sandbox, but what I am good at is challenge mode, so here are my tips. My first tip is don't build a pretty park, build an efficient park. If you're looking to build a pretty park, play sandbox. Even if you want a level of progression, just stick with sandbox. Your goal in challenge mode is to reach 5 stars in the most efficient way possible because it can be easy to run out of space on some maps. So how do you make your park more efficient? Something I like to do is isolate my facilities similar to sandbox. This involves placing your facility buildings and power plants in some corner of the map. This allows you to maximize the space around guest areas for enclosures. The only facility buildings you want in this area are the paleomedical facility and response facilities. Another way to maximize efficiency is to research items that will help you throughout the entire game as early as possible. This includes power plants, paleomedical facilities, efficiency upgrades, cost upgrades, and staff centers. Attractions are another factor that can help with your park's efficiency. These buildings give 100 appeal points and you can configure them to attract different types of guests. Another plus is that they only take up a small amount of space. You also want to use efficient animals. This mainly applies to the early game and challenge mode. These are animals that offer a good amount of appeal for their cost or environmental needs. For example, Carnotaurus has a relatively high appeal, is fairly low cost, is unlocked early, and has low environmental needs even in a relatively high population. This tip is possibly one of the most important on this list, and that is to ignore the par time. The par time means absolutely nothing. You can go hours over the par time and still unlock all rewards. The par time only serves as an expected time of completion and does not dictate whether you complete the map. My third tip is to regularly check the management views. These will show you where you can place amenities, toilets, shelters, where guests are crowded, dinosaur visibility, and where transport is needed. Checking the management view and park rating tab allows you to make sure that you are maximizing both the number of guests in your park and how much profit you are making. My second to last tip is to take breaks. Take breaks while playing challenge mode and take breaks between challenges. If you spend too much time playing, you can get burnt out and it doesn't become enjoyable. At times it can be stressful if you have a disease outbreak or a storm or both at the same time, and you can get overwhelmed. If you feel stressed, stop playing. Take a break. Play a different game, play sandbox, do whatever you need to do to just take your mind off it. Go back to it when you've calmed down a bit, and once you've completed a map, especially on Jurassic difficulty, leave challenge mode alone for a while, otherwise it's going to start feeling tedious. My final tip is to not be afraid of failing or restarting. On some of these maps, it's a strategy to restart to get a better scientist selection, but sometimes you can just run out of money and have to restart, and that's okay. I've completed all the original maps on Jurassic difficulty and I've had to restart many times. Where most people fail is in the early game / setup. So although it is frustrating having to restart, you have to remember you're not losing a lot of progress. Make sure you understand the challenge parameters, and if you need to restart, just remember, if it's starting to stress you out, take a break. Now I know this one was a bit of a shorter video, but that is my 5 tips for completing pretty much all maps on any difficulty. So I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!